Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be testing out some new and old products to get this Instagram makeup artist inspired. This is kvn.luong inspired. It's tips and tricks I learned from Olivia Song and MakeupbyAriel to achieve this look. So if you want to see how I slayed this look and see what products I used, then just keep watching. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel if you're new. My name is Cheyenne. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into the video. So in today's video, I'm going to be testing out some products that I have been collecting. I did spend like $300 at the Sephora VIB sale and I didn't do a haul. It was just super late by the time that I got my stuff. I did my brows. I actually did my brows a little different today. I outlined with my Morphe Java brow pencil and then I filled it in using the Beauty Creations eyebrow powder book. This is basically like a dupe to the Anastasia brow book. So I used the caramel shade, that one right there. To prep my lips, I'm going to be using the Milani Rose Butter. This is, I'm assuming, like a dupe to the Laneige lip mask, but just in a pot, and I have been using it. And you only need a little bit to put on, and it's just very smoothing. I'm gonna be doing some tips and tricks that I've learned from a couple different makeup artists. I did take a kvn.luong or kvn.luong, I'm sorry if I pronounced that name wrong, a kvn.luong makeup class. I also took the Olivia Song Masterclass, her little online workshop that she had. And then Patrick Starr did a video with Ariel, which is like the Kardashians makeup artist. And I learned a couple things from watching that video. I'm gonna incorporate all of, not all of them, but some of their tips and tricks in this video. I'm not gonna do like a dedicated like kvn.luong video or a dedicated Olivia Song, you know, workshop, because if you want to learn their tips and tricks, you will pay to learn their stuff. I understand everyone wants to get it for the free 99, but this is their talent. This is what they do for a living. And I'm not just going to give out that information. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and prime my face. I'll be taking my new favorite and like holy grail is what it's going to be. It's like my favorite primer. This is the One Size Secure the Blur primer. And I really, really love just how this makes my skin look super filtered and flawless. And it does help my oily skin. And it's not like super heavy or thick. Primer is on, so I'm gonna go ahead and prime my eyes. I finally got my hands on the P. Louise base. This is in Rumor 2. I'm just gonna blend out that primer using the Jaclyn Hill 08 brush. And this is from that Morphe collab she did with them. For eyeshadow, I'm actually going to be using the Natasha Denona Biba palette. This is a super expensive eyeshadow palette, okay? But I kept thinking about this palette and I really wanted it. and I really like the bronze palette, and I wanted something that's kind of like more neutral but not as cool toned as the Glam. So this is what the biba looks like. These are the shades. So super wearable. I have not even dabbled in this palette. It's just been sitting waiting for me to film this video. But look how beautiful these shades look. Just gorgeous. There's so many color schemes that you could do. You could do like more brown, you can do like more pink, you could go like more grungy. But I think because I'm wearing this pink, we're gonna go more pink. So I'm going to take the shade Buff as my transition shade. I'm just going to tap that. And I mean, come on, you could just use this shade and a shimmer and keep it pushing. I noticed that during the online workshops that I took is that most of the makeup artists start with the skin and then do eyes. But I can't do that. It just doesn't feel right. I like to work down. I don't want to do face and then come back to the eyes and then do lips. It just doesn't flow for me. And I'm just going to build this up. That's one good thing about the Natasha Denona palettes is that you can build up the pigment and it just blends out so seamless. Next, I'm going to be taking my M433 and I'm going to be dipping into Pasha, which is right here. And I'm just going to be focusing this lower. Slightly bringing it in. And you can just see the depth. To deepen it up even more, I'm going to go into Seed, and this is the M506 brush that I'm using. Looks like that, and I'm just going to take that and put that into the outer V. I'm just going to cut my crease. To cut my crease, I'm going to be using the M124. It's just a flat shader brush. And for shadow, I'm going to take Shine. I'm going to spray my brush. You really don't have to do this, but I'm just going to layer it. Now that we have like this demarcation line from the light to dark, I'm going to go back into Buff. Just tap that in the middle for a better transition, like an ombre. I'm gonna take Seed and just put that on my lash line. Very lightly putting it on to my lash line. Just because I'm super oily, I'm going to be using the One Size translucent powder. This is also a favorite of mine. I'm gonna be taking my e.l.f. sponge. It's only $5, y'all. And I'm just gonna take that, tap off the excess, and place that in my T-zone. Mainly focus it in my T-zone, but I really just put it all over my face and go over my brows because I do get oily brows. For lashes, I'm going to be using these Balm lash extensions. It's called the Balm extensions, and this is in the style Lori. And honestly, that primer from One Size plus the powder, just my skin just looks so smooth. While my lash glue is drying, I'm going to be moving on to skin. This is the original Huda Beauty faux filter, not the luminous matte one. So this is in Mocha, and I'm going to be mixing that with Macao from NARS, the soft matte cream. So this is gonna be my combo for today. And I like to dot it just to have more control, because I really just don't like to cake everything on. I like to work in thin layers. I'm gonna throw it back and use this Juvia's Place brush and just tap that into the skin. And I'm just gonna take the butt of my sponge and just go over that to soak up any excess product, because I really want it just to look skin-like. So lashes are on, so I'm gonna go ahead and move into concealer. For concealer, I'm gonna be taking my Juvia's Place number 12, and then I've never tried this, but this is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in medium warm, so it's just brighter. I'm gonna go ahead and take the Juvia's Place one first, and apply it. And I like to take it on the sides of the nose just to like reverse contour. And then I'm gonna be taking that medium warm, which is like golden toned but lighter. And I'm just gonna add a little bit right there. I'm gonna let this sit on my face a little bit, and I'm going to go into cream contour. I'm gonna be taking the Huda Beauty Tantour in medium. I'm gonna be taking this Morphe E63. This was with the Makeup Shayla and Morphe foundation collab. And I'm just going to tap into that and just kind of tap, because I don't want to disturb the foundation. And I'm really gonna make sure I get the temples because I want my face to look a little thinner. And do my forehead. And I am just tapping everything in. I'm not swiping. And I'm just gonna go back with that sponge and just blend the edges. almost forgot, but I'm actually going to cream contour the sides of my nose as well. I'm going to blend out that concealer starting from the bottom. And working the outside. Now for an even extra pop, I'm going to go back in with that e.l.f. and add a little bit more right here. I'm gonna go ahead and start setting my face. I'm gonna first bake the middle of my nose. I'm gonna be using the Laura Mercier Translucent Honey. I'm just gonna be taking a makeup wedge. And I'm going to take the Real Techniques setting brush. I'm gonna set my forehead. Set my chin. And I'm gonna take that same makeup wedge, go from the corner of my mouth up. I'm gonna go back into my sponge and blend that inner corner. Trying to keep it really tight. And I'm gonna go ahead and immediately set that. I'm gonna go back in with that wedge. Okay, so I'm looking a little crazy right now. To set the rest of my face, I'm gonna be taking my One Size Turn Up the Base foundation powder. This is in dark 4. It just looks like that. I'm gonna be taking my Morphe E1. It's just like a big powder brush. Dip into that and just tap it on. I'm gonna be taking the Makeup Revolution Splendor bronzer. This is in medium, and I'm gonna dip into medium. This is the Morphe E4. I like it because it's angled. And I am just going to tap that. For a little bit more extra definition, I'm gonna be going into dark from Makeup Revolution and just focus right where I want that definition. And this is really gonna just help contour my big old face. I'm gonna go back into medium, and I'm gonna use that to contour my nose. I'm just gonna go back and get close to that nose contour. And I'm just gonna let that bake a little longer. I'm gonna go into blush. I'm gonna be taking Warm Honey from Cover FX. And I'm just going to take my E1 and just dust this part away. To brighten up that inner corner, I'm gonna be taking the one size in medium 5G. Be taking that with that Real Techniques setting brush and just tap it right here where I want that extra pop. I'm gonna work on the lower lash line. I'm going to be taking this LA Girl Ultimate Liner, Intense Auto Liner. It's retractable. This is in Super Bright. And I'm gonna take that liner in my waterline. But I'm not going all the way in. I'm just stopping like center. And I'm gonna be taking my Morphe M410. I'm going into Buff and just tapping that at an angle, just right underneath that liner, and just dragging it down a little bit. And now to smoke it up even more, I'm going to go into Seed, and I'm just going to focus Seed right underneath. And I'm going to dust off that bake. I picked up some new highlighters. Makeup Revolution came out with their Splendor Ultra Glow highlighters. I have the shade Soft Glam, and then I have Lit from Within. And this is what the packaging on the outside looks like. It's giving very much like that Laura Mercier highlighter, but on the inside, it's like a little seashell. So this is Lit from Within, and I'm gonna swatch it on my hand. So that is Lit from Within, so it's definitely like that bronzy, coppery, kind of pinky tone. This is Soft Glam, so it's very much that champagne gold. And that is what Soft Glam looks like. So I'm gonna go and start with Soft Glam, and I'm just going to take this into my inner corner. I'm gonna add a little bit onto the tip of my nose. And add a little bit onto my chin. For me, I still love a nice cheek highlighter, but if you wanted to keep it like how they do, matte with just the center, you could leave it like this, but I need some glow. So I'm gonna be taking Lit from Within, and this is the Morphe M501 brush. And I'm just going to highlight my cheek. I just focused it right there. I didn't bring it down. So when you look at me, you definitely don't see any highlighter, but when I turn the cheek, it's there. I'm gonna go ahead and set my face using the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. This definitely locks in your makeup and it's gonna help it stay all day. And while that is drying down, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to lips. I picked up this Out in a Pout lip duo in Toasty Nude, and this comes with a lipstick and lip gloss. So it comes with their matte lipstick. This is in the shade Commit, which looks like this. And then it has the lip gloss in Groove. So I'm not going to use the gloss, I'm just going to use the lipstick. And unfortunately, Morphe did discontinue my favorite lip liner in Bar. So I'm going to use Vibes. Y'all know I'm extra, okay? So I'm actually going to, I love highlighter. So I'm gonna be taking Jaclyn Hill. This is her loose highlighter in Balm. And I'm just going to take the teensiest amount and just pop it right on the center of my highlight. I'm literally just working out of the cap. Tap off the excess and really just like that. I'm just gonna go with the bottom of my sponge and just press everything in. This is the final look, guys. So I definitely can say this look was super successful. I do think I found some hidden gems. That foundation combo was perfect. The the e.l.f. concealer definitely helped brighten it, and I like how it didn't dry as fast as the other camo concealer. I like having a little bit more playtime, and I don't want like my under eye area looking dry. So I've been using a little bit more hydrating under eye products instead of matte everything. Those highlighters bomb. The eyeshadow, like, come on. I know $129 is like really, really, really expensive. But I do recommend if you are going to be using neutrals like that. And I mean, for me, I'm definitely a makeup junkie and I love, love, love these tones. And it's going to be perfect for my kit if I should ever need something like that. So yeah, I've just been stepping up the quality of like the products I use, and it definitely shows in my beat. Sometimes it's not always about products, it's more about technique. Did I nail it? Do I look like the Instagram girls? Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye.